Hello everyone. So this particular video that I'm actually doing it because of my son, and he called me and he was like, "Oh, mommy, you need to. Have you seen this Ifunnanya story that is going on? You need to talk about it on your channel." I said, "Well, I've actually watched bits and pieces of it. I've been on the ladies' TikTok and seen." The progression, some of them, I'm sure I missed some beats because it's very long. I think it's getting to like part 17 or something like that. But the core message of it all, and I think this is a warning to everybody. It's an eye opener to everybody, especially people who always have this sense of, oh, I want to retire back to the village. I want to go back. I'm going to go back. See, home is where your family is. Home is where your spouse and children are. Home is not that place that you grew up in, that you left. I know a lot of people have that sentiment. You want to go back home. You see a lot of people building houses in their villages that they're never going to live in. They spend so much money building these houses. And then there's this, okay, I need to come and enjoy the house. How's that you build where you are, enjoy the house that you're living in instead of building some houses in the village and wanting to go back there. So for me, I think there's so many things to unpack in the whole thing, but one of the things for me is kudos to that lady Ifunnanya. She's a warrior. This is what, when they talk about a child, pray for God to bless you with a good child, not that necessary, oh, male, gender, female, or any of those things. At the end of the day, those things really, don't matter. What actually matters is what kind of child do you have. This was a child that was ready to fight, for her dad, and be there for her dad and do everything. And you saw how spiritual she is, how she put God in everything that she's doing. And for me, one of the things I love about the whole thing is her sharing the story and how it is helping a lot of people. And this is the reason why I always tell people, stop telling people to stop sharing their story. Some people come, oh, stop sharing your business on social media, stop sharing this. I always tell people, if you don't want to share, it's okay. There are people who want to share, and the reason is that it could go on to help a lot of other people, some of them who are either battling with such situation, or they have one thing or the other, that is going on. So this whole Ifunnanya story has been an inspiration for a lot of people. I'm seeing people who are saying, oh, we're going to check up on our parents who had gone back home, or someone say, oh, I will now have the courage to talk about my story. I've seen people say, oh, thank you for saying this. Unfortunately, their own parent had died. But this is also a lesson to so many people out there. One of the things, for when you see some of these things happening, it is usually a situation whereby people give their siblings way too much right over their own spouses and children. It's a very wrong thing to do. The moment you get married, you and that your spouse, you are now one. You understand? That thing that people do, oh, my sisters and my siblings, my sisters and brothers and mother, my wife or my husband, it's nonsense. I'm telling you, you're just fooling yourself. You just end up, they will use you, you become a muguna. They will use you and leave you there. So a lot of people do this thing a lot, where they say this. I remember when my one of my brothers got married, and when they say they call, they were elders there, my parents, some of my aunties, myself, and then it was like, oh, give him advice. And the first thing I said to him was like, look, now you're married, your wife is closer to you than any one of us. If you see the way my dear, they were like, I said yes. I said, look, let me tell you something. If you are sick, it's your wife that's going to stay in the hospital with you. Me, I'm not going to leave my husband's house to come and stay in the hospital with you. If you need anything, it's your wife that is going to do it. So build a relationship with your wife, build a relationship. And I was like telling him, don't ever raise your hand to hit your wife or anything. Don't, all those kind of things. So many people have this belief that, oh, their spouse, their siblings are more, and so they put their siblings in decision making, in things. There are some places, things that the wife, or especially men, are more fond of this. Even women too are fond of this. You find out that your spouse does not know the things that you own, does not know what you have, but your siblings are the ones that own it. What kind of foolishness is that? You are sharing saliva with this person, you are sharing bodily fluid, you are sharing everything. You are entering in a position where you are, other than a child coming out of you, is the closest position you can be with a human being, and then yet you cannot share finances, you cannot share information on finances, on assets, and stuff like that. And then sometimes some of them, you make your siblings to have right over you, to be able to make decision, to be able to do something. I see some even situations whereby you see somebody will say that, oh, it's their in-law that decided, if someone was sick, and then in-law will now come and say they want to carry the husband. I'm like, are you kidding me? My own husband or my own this thing, you come and make decision on it? Sorry, you don't have no decision there. The same way I don't have any decision in any of my brothers, either my brothers lives, their wives or whatever. I don't have any decision there. My sister's life, I don't have any decision. The only place I have decision is in my house, in my husband's house, and my children, even their own life. When they start having their family, I don't have any right to any decision there. It's me and my husband, and that's it. And so that's why you have that close knit family where everybody stays away, not the one that people will think that, oh, they want to now come and be the one to say one or two things. That's why they will go to the extent of their going to. And I saw, one of the videos where they were calling her a shawo, prostitute. Is that not what they call us? Is there any woman that they don't? I don't think there's any woman that will say they've not called her a shawo. It's a normal thing now. That's what they call us. When they want to, dehumanize us, when they want to make us look bad or whatever, that's the name. She's coming for her father, you are calling her, all sorts of names. So for me, I think people should rethink all of this. Oh, I need to come back home, I need to be here. The people you grew up with, they are not really what you think they are. And some of your siblings are not happy that you are successful. Some of them are, yes, they tolerate you, they will show, because they know they'll get something for you, they are forced to be happy with you, but they really don't like the situation. And there are some who are devious, who would go after everything to be able to pack whatever it is that you might think, that you have. And I just think, if you've not watched the full story, really go in there and watch it and pick up lessons from it. And for me, when I was just watching, I was just like, wow. They be say, oh, I don't have a male child, I don't. Pray for a good child, whether male or female. Pray to the one that will stand and fight for you and be there for you, and we carry your matter on the head. And this is a lesson. I'm sure there are so many other people who are in the same situation that Ifunnanya's dad, used to be in, and they will need help. If you have a loved one that has come back home that you really haven't been hearing from, I think it's high time to really check and find out whether they are really okay as they tell you. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.